everybody. Welcome back. John here from Guttera Tours, and we're happy to welcome Marius from Guttera Tours from South Africa. And we are excited to be presenting this tour in March of next year. And we're going to have Marius kind of give us a little bit of background. But before we do, I want to kind of welcome Marius. Welcome, Marius. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, John. Nice talking to you.
Yeah. Just to give a little bit of background, I joined an organization called the Agricultural Tour Operators International and went to Egypt last September for the Congress. And I was very fortunate on the first night I had Marius took me under his wing and introduced me to his family and introduced me to some of the members of the organization. And Marius, I really thank you for that. You really made me feel welcome and comfortable.
You're welcome, John. It was a great pleasure to be with you all the time.
Excellent. So that great introduction or that great welcome that Marius gave me, I know that we can expect the same great welcome then when we come to South Africa. So Marius, we're kind of going to go talk about a little bit about the tour, and we have some agricultural components to it. So it's for farmers, but it's also for anyone who wants to have an immersive product. So we're going to get right into it. How's that?
100%, John. We can go.
Perfect. All right. So our first spot that we're going to is going to be the Brits in Belfast. So what are some of the things that we're going to be seeing in this area, these two areas?
The first day, John, we can visit a dairy farm. This guy is milking approximately 800 Jersey cows. So we see his operation.
Perfect.
And after that, we can visit his big shop because all his dairy products will go into the shop: cheese, yogurt, milk, cream, whatever. It's a big shop. A really nice spot to visit. Then, not far from there, we can go to a crocodile farm. They farm approximately 12,000 crocodiles, mainly for their skin and also for meat export. And that's the first day. So it will be a nice day. As I said, the dairy farm and the crocodile farm.
Wonderful. And then moving on to the second day.
So we will have lunch on the crocodile farm, and the lady, the farmer's wife, she will do all the arrangements and the talking, and also the briefing of the crocodile farming industry in South Africa.
Excellent.
Then day 2, we can drive eastwards from Pretoria eastwards to the direction of the Indian Ocean, approximately 350 kilometers, where we can firstly, before that, we can we can visit a big farm, a cattle and a sheep and a corn farm, grain.
Nice.
We also will have a lunch on the farm. So you can meet typical South African farmers and his wife, and you will see the whole operation. So corn and, of course, cattle and sheep. And this guy's big. He's got 1,000 Pinskawa cattle, 1,000, and approximately 4,000 sheep. And he's planting roughly between 3,000 and 4,000 hectares of corn.
Wow.
So after that, we can drive again to the east of the country, and then we can stay in a lodge on the borders of the high and the low veld. I will explain to you later what's the meaning of that. But it's on the edge of the escarpment. So yeah, it's your first introduction to wildlife. This is a lodge, approximately 8,000 hectares, where they have 2 of the big 5, buffalo and leopard, and of course lots of antelopes like impala, kudu, giraffe, zebra, blue wildebeest, etc. So we can go there on our first game drive. I always said this is the starter. If you take a menu, this is the starter of the menu. So this first stop here. The next morning we can show you my favorite spot in South Africa, the Free Rondavels. That's beautiful. Everyone who have visited that said, "Wow, it was so spectacular, the view."
Nice.
Then we can go into the Lowveld. That's the eastern part of South Africa, subtropical area. but we're gonna move into the eastern part, and you can feel a big difference. And this is the place where you can see the big five. Hopefully,
Perfect.
we're gonna go on a safari into Kruger, stay in a hotel on the borders of the Kruger National Park. If we're lucky, we might see elephants coming to drink at the river close to us, very close. The next morning early, we're gonna go on a real safari into Kruger, and then they pick you up 5 o'clock in the morning. So we'll be there early to see if we can spot the cats. That's leopard, of course, and lion, and sometimes also hyena. So I had the past, I'll say, 10 tours into Kruger. We were so lucky. We saw the big five in the morning. So we were so lucky. But in any case, Kruger, as you know, flagship of all our parks, world famous park, beautiful park with a lot of trees, plants, birds, and lots of animals. So we will be back late afternoon, back in the hotel and the lodge, where people can just relax with nice swimming pools, nice something to drink, overlooking the Sabi River into the park. And the next morning, we're heading towards a private game lodge, which
Nice.
is not far from Kruger. It's very close to Kruger. Now, the Soduli Game Reserve is my favorite one. There are so many in South Africa, but this one is special, John.
Yeah.
I had a group there from Canada 2 months ago. I was on the tour myself, and we spotted 4 leopards on the safari close to the
Wow.
vehicle, which is so special. So the safaris that you can see and you can do will be one of the highlights of this tour.
Excellent.
So we will have four.
And these are 4x4
So
vehicles, right? So we're not
yep,
going in big buses
yep.
with 4x4s. Yeah.
No, yeah. We travel by big bus from A to B and B to C, but
Yeah.
the safaris will be in open safari jeeps, open,
Nice.
so you can see and smell and feel the nature close to you. Sometimes you will be 1 meter from an elephant to the jeep or the
Wow.
lions. It depends what you see. So this is the highlight of the tour. People ask always they want to see the South Africa, the big five. So let's hope that we can show you the big five for the second time on this super property. So we can stay 2 nights. We have 4 game drives there, and then the next morning, day 7, we're gonna fly from Hoedspruit, small little village, not
Yep.
far from the lodge. We're gonna drive there by coach. The coach gonna say goodbye to us, and then we fly from there to Cape Town.
Perfect.
So we roughly leave by 2 o'clock, and you will be in Cape Town by 3:30. Depends on the weather, but let's work on 3:30, 4:45, and then we're gonna go into the city, Cape Town, where we're gonna check in, and then the evening we're gonna relax.
Nice. And I got the slide up there
Right.
with Cape Peninsula and Table Mountain there's now. So
That's it. That's it. Now, John, I must just warn you, Cape Town, no itinerary is for sure because the weather. The
yep.
weather is a big factor. I always said Cape Town, you find 4 seasons in one day. When you're coming to South Africa this year, you will experience that. But in any case, what we're gonna do the first day in Cape Town, we're gonna try to get you on Table Mountain. That's a must do in South Africa if you're here to see Table Mountain and to go on Table Mountain and to see the city of Cape Town, which is so spectacular. After that, we're going to do the Cape Peninsula, which are going to show you the Cape of Good Hope and Cape Point. And after that, we're going to show you the penguins, the African penguins. There's approximately 5,000 of them. So we will be very close to them. And then after that, we're going to go back to the hotel. And tonight, we're going to visit a typical African dinner experience, people with drums and singing and shouting and food. This typical Africa stuff you will have tonight.
Excellent.
Right. The next day, John, also one of my favorite spots. It's Stellenbosch and Franz Hoek. Now,
Yeah.
Stellenbosch is the headquarters of the South African wine industry in South Africa. Franschhoek, this is where everything started. In 1688, approximately 1,000 French Huguenots came from France, and they settled there, and they start the wine industry. Although Stellenbosch today is the reckoned as the capital, so we can show you some of the best wine farms in South Africa, and you can have also wine tasting.
Nice.
Right?
I
Are
think
you still with me?
yes, I'm still with you. You're doing great.
Good. All right. So day 10, we can drive you to the southwest of Cape Town, approximately 80 kilometers by bus. Beautiful scenic route to a small little village called Hermanus. Hermanus is the capital of Wales in South Africa, Wales. Firstly, there we can visit a Aber Gold farm, and you'll see the whole process of this farming, and also you will taste some of the abalone. You
So,
will taste some of them.
and
Uh,
what
and
is
then,
abalone?
John, it's difficult to describe to you. To be honest with you, I never saw in my life one. It's an animal. Not an insect. I call it an animal that lives
Okay.
in a shell.
Okay.
It's not like a snail. It's totally different, but in the sea, and stick onto the rocks,
Okay.
under the sea, and there you have to remove it, and uh, and it's very delicacy in all over the world, especially in China. They like it, but
Nice.
everyone. Abalone is absolutely super, but so expensive. If you can get it in restaurants, it's so expensive. So this is a abalone.
Perfect.
Uh, it's a type of a shellfish.
Okay.
And then from there, we're gonna go to not far from there, maybe 40 k's. We'll go to a farm where you will have a typical South African lunch with typical South African dishes. Very super place. The lady is excellent cook, and her husband is a big farmer, grain farmer, and also sheep. And the whole thing is to introduce you to these people of the Cape,
Perfect.
because the Cape and the North, there's a big difference. You will see in the language and the food, because it's
Yes.
two different areas you can visit. But this is also one of the highlights. The lady, she will share all recipes with the people, especially the ladies, and the husband will talk about farming in South Africa, and especially in the Cape.
Nice.
And
And
after that,
I
we'll
think
heading.
Marius, what I like most about this is that you are getting to the people, like you are meeting the people and the
Absolutely,
locals, right? So
yeah,
it's pretty amazing that way.
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, John. So this is the idea. People coming in to meet the locals, to talk to the local people, and see what type of food, the culture, all that stuff they will see for sure.
Sure.
I can promise you that.
Excellent. Then we're in
So
Mossel Bay.
yeah. So from here, John, we're gonna drive you guys to the so-called Garden Route. Beautiful spot in South Africa. It's along the coastline, the Indian Ocean coast, and there we're gonna stay in a beautiful town called Knysna. Knysna, famous for oysters, also the oyster capital of South Africa. The scenery and the environment is one word: stunning. All I can say, stunning. The
Nice.
next morning, I'm going to take you to one of the most beautiful uh, spots in South Africa called Tsitsikamma. Tsitsikamma is a San word for place of running water. This is a park, not big, but the whole thing is to protect the sea life, and hopefully, if we're lucky, we might say dolphins, and sometimes also whales. Although what's the time? April? No, sorry, the whales are not there. They're coming the last week in August. They're coming to breed and to calve in our waters. But you'll see dolphins, and of course, beautiful scenery, forestry, and also birds. Beautiful, beautiful place. Then I'm going to take you to a place called the Birds of Eden, where you will see a bird sanctuary. It's a 2 hectare spot, at a big dome in a gorge, and in that is approximately, I think, 300 different bird species, and you
Wow.
can walk inside. We have two guides there. Know all these birds. You can take the most beautiful pictures of birds. So people also enjoy that. It's totally something different, but so really something special to see. And
Perfect.
then we're going back to Knysna, and then the next morning we're gonna do a boat trip through the lagoon to a game reserve called uh, Featherbed, where you can go up into the mountain and hiking down, and after lunch there, which is also spectacular visits and the scenery, and then we're going to go back to George. George is approximately 60 k's from Knysna, and then we're going
Yep.
to fly the group to Johannesburg.
Perfect.
So, John, this is in very short
Yep.
about the itinerary, and that's a very balanced itinerary. You
Yep.
will see South Africa, the highlights of South Africa on this tour. You will see the big five. You will have the super game reserves. You will have farming, a little bit of farming, and then you will have the beauty of the Cape. Of the Cape, the scenery spectacular. Is the garden route spectacular?
Perfect.
So so
And
you'll
one of the
see everything. So of South Africa doing this tour,
and one of the things we
and you see people, lots of people, different people.
excellent. And one of the things that I think you that we wanted was quality accommodations, and you've certainly done that in putting this together for us, Maris.
Yeah.
So some of the places that we're sitting there is, of course, City Lodge in Linwood, but even in the when we're on the game drives, some of the places that we're going are pretty amazing. You got Hannah Game Lodge and then the whole Numbi, so pretty nice.
Just excellent
Yep.
food, and uh, the main thing is people must enjoy
Yes.
what we can put on the table for you and your group. So
Exactly.
yeah, they must enjoy it. Yeah,
So we're really happy for that. So
yeah.
as we finish up here today, so we just kind of we wanted to give everybody a kind of an overview of what they're going to see. Our tour is very all inclusive. We got the airfare included from Atlantic Canada, all your domestic airfare while you're in South Africa, your
Yeah.
transportation, your accommodations. We've got 8 lunches and 8 dinners, so and all your visits. So it's really good value, Maris, and I think everybody is going to are going to be amazed at what they see and really get the flavor of South Africa.
That's right. And John, if I'm alive by next year, this time I think I must do the tour myself, and we will walk the extra mile
Oh
for
man,
the group. I will walk the extra mile. I'm not going
perfect.
to say what I'm going to do, but as I said, and you are more than welcome. I can send you a lot of names from people in Canada
Yep,
who came here, and you can talk to them. I'll give you the names. So just to give you an idea,
yep.
what they experienced and what they took with them back home. The group that we had here in February.
Thank
So
you,
you're
Mayor.
welcome.
No,
Then just let me know. I'll sit. Yeah,
I I know the quality of person you are and your family, and we look forward to working with you and taking our customers over to see South Africa with you at the front of the line. So you just have to stay you be healthy enough that you can do that for us. So
let's
Maris,
hope so.
thank you very much. I really appreciate this, and we're going to send this out on our YouTube channel and post it to all our our social media channels, and you'll be a YouTube star here in a very short time.
Yes, super, John, super wonderful, and thank you, John, for the opportunity to talk to you, and all the best in Canada.